Power, energy, the basis of our civilization. Since the time of the Industrial Revolution, we have consumed ever-increasing amounts of fossil fuel to sustain the growth of industrial societies. But the need for energy, so central to our lifestyle, is threatening to alter the climate of the globe. When fossil fuels which contain carbon, like coal or oil, are burned to produce energy, the carbon combines with oxygen, producing carbon dioxide, CO2.
Carbon dioxide is a gas which absorbs some of the infrared radiation that is always being emitted from the surface and would ordinarily escape to space. If it were not for the fact that the carbon dioxide is there and intercepts some of this infrared radiation and radiates it back down to the ground, and the analogy is often made to a greenhouse, which does kind of the same thing. It traps the radiation and makes it warmer.
The sun's energy travels in a band of electromagnetic waves. The visible light waves go directly through the greenhouse glass to be absorbed by the plants and turned into heat. The heated plants also give off radiant energy, but in the form of infrared waves. Because the glass both separates the air inside from the air outside and traps the infrared waves, heat builds up, raising the greenhouse temperature. The process is very similar in the atmosphere. Not all the radiation from the sun makes it to Earth. 1/3 is reflected back to space, largely by the tops of clouds. Another third is absorbed in the atmosphere, and the rest warms the Earth. It is infrared radiation which is reflected back from the Earth's surface. Most of it can't escape. The water vapor, carbon dioxide, and trace gases absorb and re-radiate the heat, carrying rays downward. Years of fossil fuel consumption has increased the amount of CO2 in the atmosphere. These CO2 molecules trap the infrared rays. As this continues, more and more rays are trapped, resulting in a gradual rise in global surface temperature.
We believe that there is some suggested evidence now that the atmosphere is indeed warming, the lower atmosphere is indeed warming due to the greenhouse effect. The article in Science suggested that this might be occurring.
In 1981, this article presented considerable evidence that such a warming could be the result of the greenhouse effect.
And there is a reasonable consensus among meteorologists that the warming will continue and will be significant and measurable, easily measurable, roughly by the end of this century.